Black Society's Healing Hotspot. I'm your host, Najee Talley, and today's topic will be about being an older sibling. And for everybody else that may be your older sibling, it can kind of feel like you got a lot of weight on your shoulders, and you just really want to be better, or have much better for your younger sibling. Being an older child, I feel like it's your parents first. So of course they might make mistakes and this and then the third, and you're the child that has to experience that. And so everything that happened with you is gonna be completely opposite with them, because with the second child they're like, oh yeah, I got this, I'm gonna do this way and I'm gonna do this that way, and so my child won't do this like this child. It's a lot of comparisons. I don't have a child personally, no, but I do have a younger brother that I generally want to inspire and that I want to encourage to not follow in my footsteps, but to find something that he loves as well and be passionate about it and go forth with it. So as being an older sibling, you have to try and not make as many mistakes. Your goal is to try and, you don't want to be the mess up that they look up to and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to be like them, they did this and this and this. But no, it's more like I want you to see my mistakes as something that you can do better than. I'm trying to tell my younger brother, don't do what I do, I want you to do this, as the older sibling, it's a lot more, as I said before, more weight put on your shoulders, because it's like, for some older siblings, they have to go to college, and then they have to get the right job, and, this and the third, they can't do this or do that, you gotta think about everything, or, think about your consequences, because, it may fall back on them, the younger sibling. And with being an older sibling, you generally want to, after being in the world for a while, you see how dangerous it is. You see so much more. And then you look at your younger sibling and you realize that they're going to experience the same world that you're experiencing. They're going to see the same things that you see. And you just want to protect them. You don't want them to experience the crap that you experienced, and you just want to make the world a better place for them. But you can't. The world is the world. You can in the best way possible, but you can't change the entire world. They have to experience their problems too, because our mistakes make us who we are. So as an older sibling, I'd say for younger siblings, do the best that you can to be an inspiration to them. Of course your mistakes you want them to see, but to also do better. But just know it's okay to make mistakes as the older sibling. You can't be perfect for them. You want them to see your flaws. You want them to like see the realness of everything, so they can also get better. But you also want to protect them. You want to make sure they're good. You want to make sure they don't experience the same thing as you. Now in some cases you do. Being the older sibling, you used to get your tail dragged down the street. This and that and the third. You say, lights come on, be in the house. Now this generation just be on their phone and be out as long as, they want, and they don't get no consequences. It's being an older sibling, you see all that, you get so angry because you be like, why didn't you do that for them? But as I said before, you are the older sibling, so you were your parents first. So now that they see that, how that worked with you, certain things might be different with them. That's just how some parents work. This and the third. From my experience as my family, I was my parents first at a very young age, so things with me were a lot different than him. And plus, I'm a girl, so I have a lot more restrictions as being the older sibling. And then him, he's a young boy, so he doesn't have as many restrictions, which I think sucks, but, can't do much about that. However, as the older sibling, I will say that I genuinely love my brother, and I want to make sure he's okay, and I want to make sure he finds a passion in what he does, because I don't want my brother to, as my grandfather would say, be stuck in the mud. I don't want him to be stagnant. I want him to grow. Be a plant and grow, because that's how I see him. I've watched him grow up from being a baby. I held him when I was 5, So as an older sibling, you just want them to succeed. Even if you don't succeed or you do, you still want to see your younger siblings succeed. You might get, jealous a little bit or upset because, some relationships may be different where their younger sibling might be doing better. But that's just because of the fact that they looked at your mistakes and did better from it. And that's okay. Overall, I would just say that being an older sibling comes with a lot of responsibilities, especially in the Black family, because parents may, some parents may be single parents, where you got both parents that are working, they're both, trying to make sure that you got clothes on your back, food in your stomach, the lights on so you can play games and this and the third, a roof over your head. The parents do all this for us. So as they're working, the older sibling has to step in kind of as a parent, because they got to make sure the brother eats whatever's in the house, or the younger sister, younger siblings. You got to make sure they're fed. You got to make sure they got clothes on their back, because as the older sibling, you kind of be like the mini parent, especially in Black households, because all the parents are getting their money and this and the third, so they got you, because you ain't got that many responsibilities. When you start driving, that's really when it hits. I literally as a kid used to be like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. No one told me that when I get older, and if I'm the older sibling, I'm technically the mini parent, because I gotta take my little brother to wherever he gotta go. I gotta pick up this and pick up that from the store. I gotta do all this extra stuff, and I'm just gonna go out and have fun. No, you don't get that as being an older sibling. But however, you did get to spend time with your younger sibling, and that's something that I kind of do miss, being the fact that I'm now in college and my brother's in high school. So it's like now we're on to, doing what we're like. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and then he's also doing what he's supposed to do. It's just the fact that I'm away. So like for people that, older siblings that are still with your younger siblings, or, y'all are super duper close like me and my brother, just know that, it's okay. And you can still reach out. It's okay to, have that fun type relationship. Even for people that don't have that type relationship with their, siblings, I definitely say reach out, because all your siblings want love, and, they still look up to you as inspiration and, motivation. So if you're not as close with your siblings, I'd say get close, because for the realness of society, you never know when you're gonna go. So I definitely say make the most memories that you can, and just spread love. That's the biggest thing, because a lot of younger people in this generation are dying off much faster than expected. And my biggest fear, and which some people may have experienced, is to lose a younger sibling. And it's like, as the older sibling, you'll feel like they had so much to see, so much to do. You took care of them for this amount of time. The last thing you'd want to do is bury it. And for the people that have lost their younger siblings, I send so much love and care. I wouldn't be able to even walk in their shoes. I don't know what it's like, but I know it's probably terrifying. But I know that it's going to be okay. And I'm sending love to those who have experienced it, because you are very strong individuals. So continue to be great, and be an inspiration to your younger siblings, and be that motivation. No matter what you're doing, just know there's somebody walking behind you. Sending much love. I hope everybody got this message,